Hey, what's going on, Freedomers? All right, so this is just a reflective journey of me growing up as a person who pays rent, right? So his girlfriend came over, and she basically complained about my stuff being all over the place, and it is true. It was true. My stuff was all over the place. I don't know why she's saying it's stinking, but she was like, my stuff was all over the place, and like my stuff is here, my stuff is over there. Think I'm cleaning up, right? Just documenting. And my landlord is like, yo, my only pet peeve is you gotta be clean. I don't care about none of else. I don't care when you leave. I don't care if you're up all night. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about none of that. But you know, this house is like the house of my Chiron. My Chiron in the 12th house, and this is his room. And he's telling me about being clean. This is his room. This is his bathroom. But he's telling me about being clean. And he's an Aquarius. Right? So now his cousin, on the other hand, he is immaculately clean. I seen his room. He's very, very clean. I would even say he's private because you know he even locked the door behind him. But I had to look at myself. You know what I'm saying? I had to look at myself, even though my bed is made. But like this house is like the house of my head because the blue is the color of the throat chakra, which rules my Mercury, which rules Mercury, which rules healing. And before, like the old version of me would want to complain, but I had this complaint when I was at my parents' house, where my parents used to say, I'm cleaning while I talk, I record. My parents used to say, yo, we don't need to know you're here. Like every time you leave a place, we know you were there. And like if you left the kitchen, we know you were there. If you left the bathroom, we know you were there. If we left if you left somewhere, we know you left there because you left something there, etc., etc. Because I'm on the phone giving a presentation, and I clean up after I'm done. He's like, yo, clean up as you go. Don't just clean up as you don't just leave stuff behind. Because if I have people coming over and your stuff's a mess, that makes me look bad or whatever. And he said, I'm gonna write that in the contract. The only thing my pet peeve is you just have to clean up after yourself. But again, I just showed you guys his room. And that's my stuff on the floor, and I got to do it. And that's his stuff. This is to show you how hypocritical he is. But I'm gonna look at myself. Myself is I need to be more organized. I need to be more clean, like the Virgo. And that's his books. Get me? That's the way he organizes stuff. Nobody's perfect, but just to tell you on the hypocritical side, but when you're in the north node of Scorpio, it's like power games. So the person telling you what to do may not even be what they may be doing exactly what they may be telling you exactly what they're not doing. So in other words, they tell you to be clean, but they're not clean themselves. And it's like, I gave you an opportunity to level up. And he said, yo, if you can't do that, then we gotta figure something out. And he said, most likely, if downstairs like that, your room is not any better, 9 times out of 10. And and it wasn't bad. Just my stuff was all over the place. But I'm not gonna give myself no excuses. I'm just gonna become militantly clean because one of the things he said to me already that triggered me, and here's one of the things that even I read in a video. She was like, I wish you could flip this around. She was like, she was like, don't have everybody tiptoe around your triggers because that triggered me. She was like, yo, this is not your place like that. Even though I just paid rent, but he's like, this is not your place like that. And I don't really like people telling me stuff like that. And my trigger would be like, oh, you know who the fuck you talking to? It's not that deep, but I had to look at myself and said, and I reflected while we was on the phone. I was like, if I go in there, is my stuff all over the place? Yes. Is my stuff in the sink and not clean? Yes. Is that the way he left it? No. And he was right, but I just show you the hypocrisy. But to be petty and to some extent be honest of what's fully going on, but just to look at myself really taking a higher level of responsibility and being like, you know what? How can I be better? Instead of telling somebody off at the mouth because he has not violated me. He just, as long as he is keeping that simple of saying, yo, I just need you to be clean. I don't care about nothing else. Clean and pay your rent. And he was like, oh, the child shouldn't come over because that's what he had to do. And I kind of thought about that, but I didn't give it a second thought. He was like, there should be bowls available if somebody comes over. Your stuff, because that, and he is right. It's the eighth house. Those are not your bowls. Those are my bowls. So if you're using my bowls, I expect it to be clean if I need somebody else to use it. And yeah, I understand that. And to come from a more of an adult place, I understand that. Um, but yeah, because I even been told that over the past year, you need to be more clean. And I made a promise to myself that he's not gonna have to repeat himself again, because I just don't want nobody in my face, and I ain't going back to being homeless. So I'm just gonna get on top of it. But yeah, it's just doing the documentations of just being a room owner, I guess. And also just realizing I have to be on top of my game at all times. I guess be on my P's and Q's at all times and just being sharp, I guess.